Hi guys, it's been years. Char, months lang pala. You know how it is. Adjustments sa work, preparing the setup for my new recording place, nagkasakit in more ways than one. But of course, never ever will I stop podcasting. Not when I've received news or updates, directly and indirectly, that my episodes are somehow being a beacon. Wow, beacon. A help to others out there. Sabi ko nga, isa o dalawa lang matulungan itong podcast na to, okay na ako. Pero still striving for break time with Beanie to have that big break or that big opportunity someday. But other than that, I guess itong episode na to, I'm not gonna lie, this was kinda hard to do. Yung tipong mapapa-procrastinate ka kung gagawin mo ba talaga. Because right now, I'm in a very favorable place in terms of career, of my work. I love it. And it just seems odd to suddenly make a podcast about quiet quitting. Yes, ito yung topic natin. And, I don't know, it just kind of makes it seem na parang I'm ungrateful or I don't like my job or I'm not content to where I am right now, which is not the case. Kasi kapag sinabing quiet quitting parang, ay para lang yan sa mga bad trip sa trabaho nila. But it only seems like that on the first glance. Although, quiet quitting seems just like a retaliation of the uncontent and restless, it really goes beyond that. And like I said, it's not really what it seems. So after ko makita ang trend na to sa TikTok, I love TikTok as a platform dahil it's like Twitter, less the toxic brainless trolls around. Reddit pa rin yung best insights, pero a lot of intellectual and socially aware people I found on TikTok who talked about quiet quitting. Anyway, after I've seen the countless trends sa TikTok, sa Facebook, I've watched some parts of the series of The Office rin because sabi nila may mga similarities daw yung quiet quitting doon. And ultimately, I dug a little deeper about quiet quitting. I read some stuff about it, watched some videos about it, and obviously we cannot cover it all kasi it's really a lot. But essentially, quiet quitting seems like this phase two of the Great Resignation. The Great Resignation was a time in history kung saan nag-unite yung mga tao na mag-quit ng sabay-sabay to make a statement to the people, to the companies of how abusive they were in terms of management, salary, system, etc. And sabi nila yung quiet quitting, ito daw yung phase 2 nun, nung nangyaring Great Resignation before. Pero unlike before, of people just resigning left and right, people, they just quietly quit, which means the employees just work within this defined work hours and engage solely in activities within those hours. Sabi nga nila, the philosophy of quiet quitting, despite the name, is not necessarily connected to quitting a job outright, but rather doing exactly just what the job requires. Bare minimum, kumbaga. And sometimes it's intentional, sometimes we do it unintentionally or unaware tayo na may ganito pala matagal mo nang ginagawa. When we feel wronged or taken advantage of by the company, by the management, and instead of doing our jobs with all of our hearts, with all of our passion, with all of our soul, we don't do it anymore. We are no longer invested. So that if something bad happens, we are not really affected by it. And nung umpisa, ang reaction ko nung nalaman ko tong mga to, parang grabe naman tong quiet quitting. Napaka-negative, napaka-cynical, and it's really passive-aggressive. Parang sinukuan mo ng work mo eh. Sabi ko nung una, sana hindi ako umabot sa ganito, eme-eme. Yes. But I guess in a way, my thoughts there were kind of right, but it really isn't the whole thing. So I was not really correct. I kept rereading what quiet quitting means so I have a lot more understanding of it. And the more I know about what quiet quitting is, what it really is, the more that my perspective is shifted, the more that it's balanced. Naalala ko yung podcast ko na Fake Busy, wherein medyo binash ko yung hustle culture kasi ang dami nating naririnig at napapanood ngayon ng mga hustle culture, mindset, by your 20s, you should be able to achieve millions. Kung ganito gawin mo, the billionaire's routine, waking up at 3:30 a.m., meditating from 4 a.m. to 4:58, taking a hot shower from 4:58 to 5:13, blah, 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 blah. And how being in the hustle culture is exhausting. We talked about those things in, my past podcast. And if you've heard it, or if this is the first time that you're hearing that the hustle culture right now that's being described on social media is toxic, then here you go. It's toxic. It's tiring. It's improbable. It's a bunch of privileged people with connections who keep saying on social media that the secret to success is just hard work, and you've got to like sleep only 4 hours a day and no room for doing the things that you want, like no room for games, no room for hobbies or leisures. It's yung mga ganun tao, hindi ko naman nila lahat, pero yung ganung culture, it's toxic, it's not good. And that's why this quiet quitting has become a lot of people's safe space or affirmation na, okay. Okay lang palang tumigil. Okay lang palang magpahinga at hindi ibigay yung 500% mo. Kasi isipin mo hanggang 100% lang yung capacity mo. Yet you're pushing yourself to give more than to the point it's deteriorating you. Tell me it's toxic without telling me it's toxic, di ba? And people are starting to realize that hustle culture can, yeah, help you achieve your goals. Totoo naman, may truth naman doon. Pero naging toxic na kasi hindi lang siya naging part ng work culture, pero naging social culture na siya. Parang masyadong naging extreme na. And if you do the bare minimum or don't give it your 200, 300, 400%, then you are judged. You are labeled as lazy and all other factors are invalidated. And that's why I think quiet quitting, it's been present before, but it's gathered a lot of people's attention because of the quote and unquote hustle culture we are presented today. Sabi nga ng isang vlogger na napanood ko, si Sako Rambo, we've worked way too hard, way too much. And so with that said, I believe, no, that some of us, we need to step back. Isang magandang bunga ng pandemic is that people started to realize na, whoa, pwede ako mag-work while having time for my family. Pwede ako mag-work while starting a side business. Oh, pwede palang ipagsabay yung work at hobbies. I can get things done at work but also have time for other things. And ngayon, actually a couple of months ago, pero ngayon din, pinapabalik na sa site yung mga tao or RTO, return to office. And companies, a lot of them, are demanding again the same thing that we've given before and more actually. Dahil kailangan nila bumawi sa partial na nawala sa kanilang grossly huge income nung nag-COVID. And at the same time, they can hire people na again with ease. And before kasi, employees, all for good reasons, were quitting left and right. Kaya parang naging diamante yung mga tauhan sa companies nila. Kasi ang hirap i-replace di ba? Kasi pandemic. But now that everything is coming back to the way it is before, kind of, we are demanded again to do things like that way. Kaso kasi, ito yung problema. Naranasan na natin, karamihan sa atin, naranasan na ang work-life balance. Marami sa atin natuwa. Kasi imagine, possible pala na pwede kang mag-work tas may time ka sa family mo, sa barkada mo, sa hobbies mo, etc. Hindi ko nilalahat pero kasi ito yung resounding echo ng mga friends and friend of friends ko na nag-resign, magre-resign, at of course, lalo na yung mga nag-stay. Pero are quietly quitting. Shout out sa inyo. So gusto ko lang mag-share ng reasons. Although there are a handful of reasons, I want to share some reasons why we quiet quit. And I think the main reason first and foremost is protest. This is the most common one, to be honest. When you feel that you've been taken advantage of for far too long, people just tend to quiet quit instead of saying it to the company or management. Because chances are, kung toxic na nga yung workplace mo, at nagsabi ka, baka ikaw pa yung pag-iinitan at maging political yung situation and it's gonna be more stressful, 'di ba? That's what some of the people I know feel. Kaya they just do what they need to do. What's on their job description and then go home. Second reason I think why people quiet quit is they have other things going. So minsan o madalas, ang baba ng pay tapos maraming pinapagawa na hindi naman yun dapat yung trabaho mo. So you just stick to your job description and don't do anything else kasi marami ka ring ganap sa buhay. Like what I've mentioned before, maybe you have a side hustle or for the gala ka lang. Or mahilig ka kumain sa iba't ibang lugar or may mga bonding ka with barkada, family, jowa, sana all. Or baka may hobby ka lang na pinagbibisihan. Or baka mahilig ka mag-basketball, ML, Valorant, Genshin Impact. O baka gusto mo lang matulog, di ba? Regardless of any of those, you spend a lot of time outside work. And even your effort is focused on things that are not work related. You come in at 8 a.m., leave by 5 p.m. every day, no extracurricular activities at work because you have other things going. Third reason why people tend to quiet quit is they're lost in life. I don't know how to explain this na brief and concise except to say it for what it is. They're lost in life. You're trying to find out who you are and where you want to be. Maybe you're trying out new things or you just spend your time contemplating on it and feel mo ang hirap mag-focus sa work kapag ganun or ang hirap magdagdag ng oras para sa work mo. So, quiet quitting has become like your coping mechanism. And marami pang iba't ibang reason, pero kahit ano pa yan, babalik tayo sa tanong na to eh. Is quiet quitting good or bad? Baka isipin nyo, ay good yan. Sa pag-share mo palang bini, goods na eh, di ba? I wish I can give a firm yes na quiet quitting is good. Go for it guys. Lahat kayo dapat ganito. Mag-quiet quit tayong lahat. But I see it in both ways kasi. For those who are burnt out, taken advantage of, or simply you're the type of person who values their time and wants 8 hours of work lang, nothing more, then quiet quitting may be good or beneficial for you. Go. Because you were hired to do your tasks within a certain limit of time, and doing the bare minimum at work shouldn't be frowned upon. Sabi nga ng mga tenured sa previous job ko, work smart, not work hard. Which is, up to this day, what I continue to remember and agree with. Kasi at the end of the day, you're still getting paid on what you work for. And any extra mile or overtime or OTY, it's optional. Your health is wealth. Pag hindi ka naging okay, yung mundo mo titigil, pero yung mundo ng kumpanya hindi. So, always remember that. And some of you may need to hear this, that your job is not your life. It's what puts food on the table, yes, but it's only a part of your life, which is so much more. So for most people, quiet quitting provided a way for them to take back their lives. Now, on the other side of the spectrum naman, if you want to climb your industry's ladder, if you want to earn a lot more, if you're aiming for a certain position way above, then effort is required. Excelling is necessary. And most often, you don't get that by quiet quitting. So if you're ready na, physically, mentally, emotionally, and you want to go to the next level, then you know what you need to do. And that's to lessen or maybe totally get rid of quiet quitting, then provide the needed efforts and result. That sounds like a tiring and boring life for some, yes, and I can even relate. Pero that doesn't mean it's not a fun and fulfilling life then kasi. I've read somewhere if you don't quiet quit, you won't be happy in life. That's not true. That's cap. It depends sa gusto mong gawin at gusto mo maging. Effort and time is limited, and it's up to you where you want to place it. Whichever path you want to take, whether you quiet quit or not, important na naka-align sa ano ba talagang gusto mong gawin and maging. Oh, I want to take care of my mental health and spend time on my hobbies more. Go ahead. Quiet quit if you wanna. Like I said, doing the bare minimum at work, doing your job description is, what you were hired to do. Just do it well. However, I have suggestions that you can do if you are in this quiet quitting moment. Kasi like in any other aspects of life, we can't be too woke all the time. We can't also be too callous or manhead to what we want to do, lest we forget to take corrections or reproof that will make us better. So, if you're quiet quitting, here are some things to consider. Number one, communicate and be direct. Baka hindi sila makinig sa akin eh. 'Di ba? Palagi natin yung naririnig. Keyword sa sinabi ko, baka. Baka hindi sila makinig sa akin. Some, not all, of bosses and management will try to listen when you tell them your boundaries. They may try to go over the line every now and then, pero you can always reiterate your boundaries. Pero kasi pag sinabi mo sa kanila, at least now they know. Hindi sila nangangapa kung ano yung pwede nilang ipagawa sa'yo more than your job or hindi. And culture is possible when everybody communicates. Bini, what if toxic ang culture? This deserves an entire episode just by itself, not gonna lie. Pero when you're in a toxic environment, you kind of really only have three options, in my opinion. Una is you leave that toxic place and find a better place. Second, you try to cause change, starting with communicating through your superior, boss, HR, you know. Or third, you just suck it up. Tiis-tiis if kaya pa. Pero I'd love to do a whole episode about that and have a guest to talk about it because syempre, two brains are better than one. So, soon, very soon. Second thing to consider and try to do is be positive. Sabi sa isang Forbes article, frame your boundaries in terms of what you are doing rather than what you aren't doing. So, if there are some parts of your job that you want to quit, lean into the core responsibilities where you know you can deliver value and make sure to highlight that value. So, don't forget to explore and achieve in life. Sure, bare minimum ka sa work and you're doing just fine. Pero in the other things you work on, side business, family, mag-iipon, mentally taking care of yourself, achieving your bucket list, cultivating friendships, at iba pa, I hope na dun napupunta yung effort mo. So whichever path you take, okay lang basta i-sure mo na aligned ang God-given dreams and you are going on the right path of your life. This is where the episode ends, but hopefully this is where you start contemplating. Quiet quitting is a powerful and sometimes life-saving tool. Pero palagi kang bumalik sa anong gusto mo marating at ano ang gusto mo maging. If you want to quiet quit, go ahead. Don't feel guilty about it. After all, your life, your personal life is kind of more important than your career, than the money that you earn. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to my podcast. This is the 25th episode. Like I said nung una, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Walang tigil-tigil. There may be slight delays and all, but we're just gonna keep going. So, if you have any suggestions, any ideas for the next or topics that you want to talk about, go ahead and PM me on Break Time with Beanie. Add me on Facebook. It's Beanie as well, pati sa Instagram. And don't forget to give Break Time with Beanie on Spotify a 5-star. Ayan, malaking tulong po yan. And of course, those who listen on Apple Podcast or Anchor, meron din yan rating, I believe. But, yeah, at the end of the day, basta marinig mo yung episode, basta may matutunan ka, kahit isang sentence yan, isang minuto yung natutunan na alala mo, or yung isang buong episode or lahat. It's totally fine. Just continue on improving yourself. And I guess that's it. Walang outline sa outro na to. I'll see you all in the next break time with truly yours, Beanie.